going to take the funds from the war and use to fund your domestic policy. And so I'm just wondering, how do you plan to combat sort of these claims of being an isolationist or a Hindu nationalist, given that you do have a good foreign policy and domestic policy as well?
Thank you. That's a great question. And it's a really important one because there is a lot of misinformation that's being spread around by people who are trying to undermine what we are doing. That's really what it comes down to. And how we, not just me, but how we combat this, because I need everyone's help in this, is with the truth. Is with the truth. And it's sad. You know, you mentioned the thing about being an isolationist. This comes up relatively frequently. It's a sad picture into the culture that we live in, where people assume if we are not waging regime change wars in the world, we are therefore not having any relationships with other countries. As if the only way we can relate with other countries is to go and invade them and topple their governments and wage war. That's really sad, actually, when you think about it. The kind of leadership that I bring in foreign policy is what I've stated. It will end these destructive and counterproductive regime change wars that are not good for us, not good for the people in these countries, but instead be the leader in the world that we should be in this country, building relationships that are based on cooperation rather than conflict. Based on relationships where we say, hey, I can disagree with you, you may be an adversary or potential adversary, but I'll have the courage to meet with you, to have a conversation, to try to work out whatever differences that we have in the pursuit of peace and national security, because I know that if we lack that courage, the only alternative is war. That affects every single one of us. We combat misinformation and myths with the truth. Every single one of us. And that's where I need your help. As you said, there are a lot of positions that I have, platforms that I have on a number of domestic issues. I think one of the differences is I'm pointing out the truth that we all have to be confronted with. That unless we stop the drain on our resources and taxpayer dollars going to wage these wasteful wars, we're not going to be able to make the kinds of investments we need. So I'm being honest about where we're at and what we need to do to address those urgent domestic needs and policy issues that affect all of our families. So thank you for your help in raising this and continuing to spread this message.